Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra and today I'm bringing to you a series that I do here on my channel called Reviving My. This is where I take old palettes and create new looks, and today's palette is the ABH Norvina Collection Volume 2. New here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave if you like what you see today. It's free, it's easy, and it helps you find my videos Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload. And if you ring that bell after you subscribe, allegedly YouTube will let you know when that happens. So like I said, today's video is reviving my ABH Norvina Volume 2 palette. This is the one that I've used the least out of the first 3 that were released. I do not have Volume 4, but doesn't this just like scream summer to you? It does to me, and yet this color story is a little bit confusing. So you will see in this first look that it was a little bit of a struggle bus, but that's real life. You're gonna see me work through it. And with all of that said, let's jump into the looks. All right, let's get started with the first look. I did go ahead and prime my eyes with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, just for a little bit of a brighter base. It doesn't look super bright on camera, but it's brighter than normal. And then I did go ahead and set that down with a little bit of the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, just because the primer felt pretty tacky. It's been a while since I worked with this palette, so I didn't want to take any chances. I think to start things off, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the shade B2. This is a really pretty like periwinkle blue, and I'm just going to pat this on about the outer third of the lid and then start pulling it up into my crease a la Emily Noel. I just love her technique with this flat brush and then pulling it up in the crease towards the tail of your brow, and it just gives the most perfect lift to the eye in the exact right spot. I don't have my umbrella lights on today because it's like 100 degrees, so hopefully you'll forgive me on that, but I'm in the viewfinder, it's looking pretty true to color. We're gonna see how this works out. We may end up with a muddy mess, but I'm gonna go into the shade A2, which is the brightest, almost fluorescent-y yellow shade in the palette. And I'm gonna start this off at the front of the crease and sort of pack it on with this dense domed brush. It's got a little flop to it, but not very much. I'm gonna just work this into the crease until it meets with the periwinkle blue. I'm gonna take a more fluffy brush with the same color and attempt to do a little blend out here on the edge of the purple shade, the periwinkle. Not loving it. All right, I'm back. I just took this eye off, well, not the eye, but the makeup on this side off with the yellow, and reprimed and reset it with the Rimmel Stay Matte, and you know, made them match. And that's where we are right meow. I think what I'll do is just start blending this periwinkle shade, just softening the edges, bringing it into the crease a little bit, just starting to fade this out and kind of formulate a new plan. I do love me a beautiful periwinkle blue. Now I'm just going to reinforce that blue a little bit and kind of repeat that step. Do any of you have this palette? I feel like this was the one that kind of received the least amount of excitement. It is kind of a weird color story in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of blue in here, which is beautiful. The first one, you know, was very pink, purple, kind of, you know, Norvina themed. And then the third one has a beautiful fall color story. This one definitely feels very summery to me, so I do like it for that. I think next I'm going to go into the shade D5, which is a really beautiful navy shade, and deepen up this outer corner and bring it in at a little bit of an angle on the upper lash line. Not gonna bring it up into the crease or place it in the crease, but I will blend it up there. And then I'm gonna take the same shade a little bit on the lower lash line, like halfway, and take kind of a flat, pinched, fluffy brush and blend with no additional color. And then I'm going to repeat that step with a flat definer brush. This is just a very flat square brush. And I'm going to nestle the navy like right on the upper lash line and reinforce the downstairs. Make sure it's connected with upstairs. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the shade A3. It's kind of like a fluorescent greeny yellow shade, lime green if you will, and I just really wanted to try and pair this shade with the periwinkle blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my brush. I find that these shades from the Norvina collection really benefit from a wet brush or a glitter glue, however you like to do things. And to prevent the most amount of mixing, I'm going to start this on the inner corner of my eye and work my way out. Going to pull that up just a little bit, not as much as I normally do, but just a little bit into the crease. It kind of makes my eyelid look a little bigger, and it just gives a little bit of a lift to the eye, I think anyways. Oh, I'm so glad I washed that yellow off. Just goes to show, everybody makes mistakes. None of us here on YouTube, well, not none of us, most of us, especially us smaller creators, are not professional. We're just everyday people doing our makeup, having fun with it, and we just happen to do, you know, turn on the camera before we do it. So we all make mistakes too. I think it's important to show that sometimes. I think sometimes we can give you guys the illusion that everything goes perfectly every time in our videos, and it just doesn't. I think for the inner corner, I'm gonna go into the shade C11 and just try and buff this in the inner corner without any setting spray, without going too crazy. Just a little brightness. And this is kind of a white gold with a yellowy shift, so it should blend nicely with everything else we have going on here. I think this is where I'm gonna leave the look. I'm gonna pop off of here, do some liner and mascara, maybe liner, I'm not for sure about that, but definitely mascara and a lip, and I will come back and show you the final look. The hair will definitely look different, so I'll see you in a minute. Here we are with the finished look. I feel like it was a little bit of a struggle bus today, but again, that's just real life. Sometimes you love your looks, sometimes you don't. This one turned out pretty well for me. I like how it turned out. I finished off the eyes with the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. For lips, I lined with my Holy Grail Boo lip liner. It's MAC Whirl, in case you're new here. And then I used this sample size NARS lipstick. I can never say this, so I'll put the name on the screen as always. And then just for a little glossy highlight in the center of the lip, I went in with the Maybelline Shine Compulsion Shenanigans in the shade Baddest Beige. I really like this for a little light highlight situation. I think it looks really pretty. It makes your lips look bigger. Not that I have small lips, but there you go. This is the first look. Let me know what you think and stay tuned because the second one is coming right up. Hi guys, welcome back to day 2 with the ABH Norvina collection volume 2 palette, and we're gonna dive straight in with the shade D2, this beautiful orangey color. Orangey. And I'm just using a flat brush to put this on the outer part of the lid before I flip the brush over and start pulling this up into the crease toward the end of my brow. And then I'm just going to repeat this process until I get to the color payoff that I'm looking for. Okay, now that we have that really beautiful orange laid down, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the next shade in the palette, which is D3. Beautiful fluorescent pink. And I'm going to start this on the inner part of the crease area. Very light pressure because I do want the pink to be more of a wash. And then start buffing around the edges, not buffing, start blending around the edges of the orange with the pink as well. I'm trying to keep it as low down, like I don't want pink up to my brows today, so I'm trying to keep it lower down in the crease. All right, next we're gonna go into the burgundy, hence the burgundy shirt, C5 with this little dense brush, and I'm gonna first place this on the outer corner of my lid, and then I'm gonna go in with a very small blending brush and blend it out. But whatever the right thing to do is, I prefer to place the shadow and then blend it, and I find that I have more control with a dark color when I use it this way. Alright, so I kind of have that in the general place I want it. Now I'm going to take this really small, fluffy blending brush and just blend that out a little bit. I think that's really pretty. You can see the difference between this eye and this eye. It's just a little bit more definition. While we're in that burgundy color, I'm going to go ahead and line about the outer third to half of the lower lash line with the burgundy, making sure the upstairs and downstairs are connected. And then I'm going to go back into that pink, which is D3, and kind of blend over the burgundy with that a little bit, not bringing it in all the way, but just so we don't have that harsh darker color, I'm kind of mixing the two. All right, for the lid color, I want to first apply some of my NYX glitter primer. I just think that it really helps these shimmers from these palettes to stick really nicely. They show up better in my opinion, and I don't know, just give them something to cling to so we don't end up with any glittery fallout. And then I'm going to go into the shade E3, which is this really beautiful duochrome that definitely has some pink to it. And I'm just going to apply this right over the top of the glitter glue. I'm going to pull this up in the crease a little bit, just because I like to do it. Just to see if we can punch up the shine factor a little bit, I'm going to pick some up on my brush and spray it with some Mario Badescu facial spray and just kind of pat this on. If I remember from when I originally did my reviews with these palettes, they had a little bit of a tendency to pick up the shadow underneath when you tried to build it up with a setting spray, but this looks like it's working. I do have a little texture on the lid from the glitter glue. I don't think I got it quite blended out enough. I think that's pretty much it for the eye look. I'm gonna pop off of here, do a little extra blending, maybe eyeliner, definitely mascara and a lip, and we will come back and wrap up this video in a neat little bow. All right, we are back. The look is complete. I finished off the eyes with the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. I used on my lips my L'Oreal Color Riche Shine in the shade Varnished Rosewood. This is kind of a cooler tone lip that actually works on my lip and skin tone. Oh, we have a kitten on the move. And then I went ahead and just topped a little bit with the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in Moonlight, just because it kind of mimics a little bit of that duochrome vibe. And then I did also put a little bit of the highlighter that I'm wearing today on my face, on the inner corner and under the brow arch, just to finish things off a little bit. And there you go. I'm really happy with this look actually, and I'm actually happy with both of the looks that I came out of with this palette. I love doing this series because I love challenging myself to create new looks from palettes that I either haven't used for a long time or even palettes that I've created a lot of looks out of. This one happens to be in the category of palettes I haven't gotten as much use out of as I would have liked. The formula is great. I love the palette. I'm glad that I revived it this week, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Let me know down below which of the looks was your favorite. And with all of that said, I hope you're staying safe and well and sensible, and I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful, revived makeup days, and I will see you in my next video real soon.